He did not believe in words. He believed in movement, especially the movement of hands, because hands always did what they truly meant to do. He learned that very early, not through thought, but through the times he had come too close. There were hands that threw food. The motion was quick, decisive, usually carrying the smell of old bread or cold rice. The food hit the ground before the hand withdrew. There was no intention to touch. He understood. With those hands, he waited for the movement to finish before stepping forward. There were hands that drove him away, palms open, sweeping sideways, accompanied by sound. They did not need to hit. It was enough for the air to be torn. These hands appeared when he stood in the wrong place, or simply existed at the wrong moment. He stepped back before the arc of the motion was complete. There were hands clenched tight. Those were not for him. They carried the smell of tension, of anger gathered and held. He kept away, not out of fear, but because there was no need to test them. And then there were hands that pretended to reach down, the most dangerous kind. They moved slowly, palms open, voices softening. The air shifted, as if the world had suddenly become gentle. He had approached hands like that once. Once was enough. The hand withdrew suddenly. Laughter broke from above. There was no pain, but there was something heavier, awkwardness, and then silence. After that, he never took another step forward until the hand had touched the ground. He did not judge. He had no reason to. Humans use their hands for many things. Not all of them were meant for him. He simply remembered. Each passing hand left a very brief trace in his mind. Not an image, but a feeling. Safe or not, continue or stop. One noon, he stood at the corner of the market. The smell of food was so thick it drowned everything else. He did not go inside. He waited at the edge, where people's hands were busier with one another than with him. A hand threw him a piece of bread. It did not look down. It did not wait for a response. The hand finished its task and disappeared. He waited a few seconds before picking it up. Another hand extended toward him, empty. No food, only motion. He retreated half a step. The hand withdrew. Nothing happened. It was a fair exchange. He began to realize that hands rarely lied. They always announced what was about to happen, even if only for an instant. You just had to look correctly. Some people bent down, their hands stopping halfway, as if uncertain. Those hands usually did nothing. He remained still, neither advancing nor retreating. Some people walked past without their hands changing rhythm at all. Those hands did not concern him. He ignored them. Occasionally, a hand placed food on the ground very slowly. Touch, withdraw, no glance. These hands were rare. He did not rush forward. He waited. Not because he doubted, but because he knew rare things did not vanish quickly. Once, such a hand appeared for many days in a row. Always the same hour, always the same place. No calling, no touching. He did not attach himself. He did not expect. He only memorized the rhythm. Then one day, the hand did not come. No explanation, no sign. The city had simply lost one familiar movement. He waited longer than usual, only out of habit. Then he left. Hands disappeared the same way they arrived. Without warning, without needing a reason. He continued living among hands like that. He did not beg. He did not resent. Hands did not need to understand him, and he did not need to understand them, only to remember. He did not search for good hands. He only avoided the bad ones. Between those two things, he learned how to keep going.